Souls is here. Sarge in the house. Ash is here. We have Brandon, Omar, Nathan, Trimless. That is a big panel today. Gunner Souls, a few injuries today or illnesses today. No Saka as well, but job done. 3 goals, smash past a very difficult away team.
Hey, look, we made it difficult for ourselves, especially in the first half performance where we did look a little bit lackadaisical. It was like everyone was hungover from a New Year's party or something, because I don't know what that first half was about, but it kind of shows our tenacity and our ability to stay resilient and actually go to a ground which has been very difficult for a lot of Premier League teams and go and get a win. This isn't the first time where we've gone over to Brentford at the G-Tech and actually beaten them with injuries and with players being out. And I think this is a sign of champions, in my opinion. Like, when you've got this much adversity, we've not got Kai Havertz, we've not got Declan Rice in the starting lineup there, and obviously Bukayo Saka being out, it was whether Ethan Nwaneri could step up to the pressure and actually perform to the level that Bukayo Saka can. Because if, for example, this went wrong, if Ethan's appointment into the first team went wrong, that's all on Arteta for bringing him in and actually trusting him. Because people aren't going to look at it as all the fans had asked for this. They would have turned it on the manager. Why did you do it? Regardless of what our narratives and opinions online were going to be, why don't we give the youngster a chance? And then when he does, and if he did flop his opportunity, it all comes back on the manager for picking it. And obviously today as well, Gabriel Jesus had a big point to prove. Can he still keep that form going? And he got us back into the game, a poacher's finish, something that we've been asking him to do, be in the box, be a fox in the box, sniff out the opportunities, and that's what he did. Martinelli getting a goal, is that a sign of things to come? Is this a new 2025, new me, new year, new me kind of situation? So things, and I think this is a message to Liverpool, because they were definitely warming up their hands, saying that, Bukayo Saka's injury is going to mean Arsenal start dropping off. We're going to start losing games. We're going to start looking unconvincing. We've had a lot more adversity than just Bukayo Saka, and we absolutely blitzed them in the second half. And this goes to show, this is Arteta telling the team to keep the press high, to keep the attacking energy, to keep the energy high in these games. But it's the team they're unable to do it for 90 minutes, because as soon as the team talk happens, that's when you know what the manager's instructions are. Within 5 minutes, we're winning in the game. And they were 2-1 up. Ethan, obviously, from the corner, and Moreno scores. Ethan having an exceptional game. It's taking it one game at a time. I've got to calm it down. Obviously, the hunt is still on. I'm not going to back away from that talk. And yes, 9 points may seem like an impossibility, but this is a sign of things to come. Even without Bukayo Saka, we managed to, convincingly beat Brentford. They had their opportunities, but we were just better on the day.
Yeah, listen, I hear exactly where you're coming from there. Sard, how did you find today? Yes, I suppose you'd be disappointed to go a goal behind, but of course, a very difficult away ground to win at in general, let alone from 1-0 down.
Yeah, listen, it is a difficult place to go 100%, but you are right. I was fuming after that first goal, bro. I was screaming. I was fuming because it's a stupid error which we did ourselves, which leads to the goal, and it's just schoolboy errors, to be honest, in my personal opinion. But we managed to bring it back, managed to get the win, and it is a tough place to go, Brentford. It's not an easy place. The fans don't make it an easy place, especially, but obviously, we managed to get out there with the win, 3-1, pretty comfortable in the second half. And listen, I just want to go in a bit more in depth on Ethan Nwaneri, because I feel like we don't understand. Like, this guy is a youngster, bro, and for him to come in and just do that in his first start in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is remarkable for him to just how comfortable he was on the ball. The only thing, I think, on the ball he was comfortable. His movement was okay. But the only thing I think he needs to work on is that whole connection that Saka and Martin Odegaard have, where they both know exactly the runs that they're going to make, which I think he's going to learn that the more he plays with Odegaard. Do you know what I mean? I think this is the first time we've seen them in that kind of position. So he's got to have time, and we got to allow him some time to learn that. Do you know what I mean? But I think, regardless, he was forward thinking, always looking to go forward, always looking to pass the ball forward. Do you know what I mean? And it's a breath of fresh air, to be honest, from what we've been seeing, because I just want a lot of these players, because in the first half, I think one of the main things I was saying is, like, there was no real urgency to go forward. And I've been saying this for the last 3-4 games. There's no urgency to go forward and get the ball as quickly to the attackers as possible so we can get on goal as quickly as we can. But in the second half, obviously, we came out with a lot more intensity. Went into another gear and decided to score those goals. And then after that, it was just cruise control, to be honest, is what we can call it. It's cruise control. And we were just managing the game. Do you know what I mean? Brentford might have had a couple of chances. One or two were dangerous, but we managed the game very well. And listen, you have to give credit to Arteta where it's due, for obviously speaking to them at halftime, because normally his halftime speech is, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't go well, and we've seen it on a number of occasions. But I'm happy with the performance that we did in the second half, much better to what we did in the first half. And yeah, I'm happy that the team got the win, man. And now everybody knows the whole situation with me. I think the title's gone, but I still expect this team to win. I still expect them to go out there and win, just to at least keep the pressure on in case something remarkable happens where they drop points, where we can catch up to them. So just keep on getting wins.
Do you know what's interesting about? I like you have that attitude. I don't watch it as much now because my life's different. But I used to watch a lot of tennis, and sometimes I'd watch a tennis player and there'd be, I don't know, 5-0 down in a set, and there'd be 30 love down, but they still fight for every point. And I used to just think, why don't you just lose this one game, lose the set, and start again? And then somebody asked Andy Murray that question about a year later in a press conference, and he just sort of said, because that 1 point can start a revival. You get a great point and your confidence goes up, or they have a couple of bad shots, and it says if you just start letting games go, letting sets go, you may never get the momentum. And that's what's important for Arsenal to do, is try and create a momentum where if there suddenly is a loss of confidence. They did it recently, Liverpool, where they drew 2 games in a bounce. Who knows what would have happened if they had played Everton? They could do that again in a couple of weeks. And if you guys are winning and suddenly the gap goes to 4 points, to 3 points, the pressure is different. So, yeah, again, it's your club. It's for you guys to say. But if Man United were in that position and we were sort of 9 points behind when all games were being equal, I'd be angry if we gave up than not winning the league. The giving up early would piss me off more. Trimless, I know you've got to shoot in a minute, bro. What do you want to say, brother?
Yeah, man. Happy New Year, everyone. The chat, all the people on the panel. Come on, 2025, more success, more blessings, all of that. Terry, I just want to give my condolences for tomorrow in advance. But now the game today was Arteta managed.
What's happening tomorrow?
United's funeral, bro. I can't lie. So I'm just giving my condolences from now.
Okay, cool. So I thought it was actually a game tomorrow. And I was like, where's my schedule? I'm out. Sorry, Trimless. Back to you, bro. Back to you.
The United game. But I thought Arteta got it spot on today. Obviously, the first goal conceding was poor. Mandem, what do you think? Does Skelly concede that? Calafiori getting a bit cooked a bit easy now.
He does. Skelly doesn't do that, bro. MLS, if he was on the pitch, bro,
easy.
No, look. That's it. Doesn't matter who was there. It's the lack of commitment from defenders.
Why are you letting a left-footed player cut in and shoot? No, you're letting a left-footed player cut in and shoot, bro.
Saliba done it recently as well. This is the thing of we just keep backing away from tackles and commitment on the transition. I don't know what it is. It's not just a one-player problem.
But I think we need to look at the trend, because when you look at it in reality, right? If you look at it in reality, we got to look at Odegaard, because Odegaard misplaces the pass and then he can take the man down, right? And that's what he should do. That's gamesmanship, right? Knowing that you've put your team in a vulnerable situation and you take the man down, you take the yellow card and you bite the bullet. Instead, he allows the player to pass and then he creates that situation where there's panic. Gabriel should also come and cover with Calafiori. Calafiori didn't look confident. Of course, he's been out for a little bit. But again, he's not a natural left back, and that's the whole point of playing, putting square pegs in round holes. But for me, it was a series of errors as opposed to just looking at Calafiori and trying to pinpoint him with all the blame. I think Odegaard was the biggest criminal in that.
No, I wasn't even trying to pinpoint in it, because for me, the game, I feel like Arteta got it spot on. Obviously, the individual mistake there, but I think the management today was good. And look at the difference with Partey in midfield, man. We're so much more comfortable playing up for the back and moving forward. And obviously Timber not being able to play against Brighton, we already know he's going to slap Partey back in right back. So I'm not as confident going into, because I saw the lineup today. I know there's key players missing, but I actually looked at it and said, it's good balance. I think we can go into this game and get something. So I know a lot of people were saying Brentford away, Brighton away is a tricky one. But actually, our away record against Brighton isn't even bad. People just there's one game and then people just run with that. But yeah, so obviously today was going to be a challenge. Everyone was like, "Oh, Arsenal, Saka FC, set piece FC." Again, we've won the game without Saka. Again, we've won the game scoring goals from open play. Rivals just love crying and complaining. I love it, bro. I love it. I wish all the goals were from corners. I can't even lie. But we will continue to move. Nwaneri, like getting his debut. Was lovely to see as well, because I was actually interested, like, who's he going to start in the right wing, because I thought he was going to bang Martinelli in there, I'll be real, and put Trossard on the left. So I'm happy that he took the risk with Nwaneri. I think he has a thing with playing Nwaneri against Brentford anyway, because that's how it all started. So he took the risk and it paid off, and I'm happy. We've got to keep putting the pressure on Liverpool. At this point, I'm kind of with Sard on the thing, like the title's gone. So all we can do is just collect the points, put pressure on, do our bit in it. At this point, we can just do our bit, do our piece. Last year we went on a run, so why can we not do it again this year? We need to spend in January. Let's be real. I still think we need to get a striker. Let's. I know Jesus has been on form in the last 4 games, but let's be real. That's not going to be for 40 games. So yeah, we got to do something. There's trophies out there for us to win, even if we can't grab the Prem. Why not? Like, let's actually. I'm hearing the board said they're happy to spend P. I know they say that every year, but I'll believe it when I see it.
You bid. You bid 80 million for Caicedo. You bid 80 million for Mudryk. Thank God, from your perspective, you didn't get him. You broke records with signings like Declan Rice. The money's there. I think what you said there is right, though. Jesus' little run of form deserves credit and praise, but no Arsenal fan, and definitely the Arsenal board, shouldn't get suckered in by it. Do you know what I mean? Because even if it ain't form, he could sprint tomorrow and something goes. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got to spend, definitely.